What up, Santiago? Talking to my guy, Keary Colbert, played in the NFL. He's a receivers coach for the USC Trojans, where he actually won a 2003 title for them back in the day. Now, I'm going to say it again. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. I was just asking him, what was your recruiting process out of high school like?
All the Pac-10 schools at the time, I mean, it's Pac-12 now, but Pac-10 back then, a lot of Big Ten schools. I mean, there were some SEC. SEC wasn't coming out here as much, but I had a couple offers to go to SEC schools. But I took my official visits to Notre Dame, Arizona State, Washington, Utah, and USC, and ultimately decided to go to USC. I came to USC under Paul Hackett my freshman year. You know, we didn't do too well. He got fired. And then my sophomore year, Pete Carroll came in. And the rest was really history. I mean, everybody kind of knows the end of the story. But, I mean, there was a lot of growth in those middle years. And, you know, when I was a junior, I played with Carson Palmer. He won the Heisman. And Troy Polamalu was a first-round draft pick. And my senior year, I was on teams with
Matt
Leinart, Reggie Bush, Lindell White, you know, some of those guys. And we split the national championship. We won the national championship, won the Rose Bowl that year in 2003 that you're talking about with the magazine cover. But, you know, it was just an honor for me really to represent, you know, where I come from, represent Oxnard, represent the 805, represent USC and all my family, whether it was my USC family or my hometown family. And I've always taken pride in that, you know, and I still take pride in it to this day.
Now, going back to when I saw you on the cover in the supermarket, I had a very proud moment myself, man. That was beautiful to me.
Okay, so you're out of college. You get drafted to go to the Carolina Panthers. Right now, everybody is in spring training in the NFL. You going into spring training for the first time. What was it like for you?
I mean, for me, my mindset was a little bit different, probably because I came out of USC and we had all those high draft picks that I was practicing against every day at USC. So, you know, when I got to the NFL, the learning curve for me wasn't as great as somebody maybe coming from a smaller school or maybe that hadn't been around such great players. But I also knew that I was now in a business and a part of a business, and I wasn't on scholarship anymore, and I had to earn my job. Every single day I went out there, I had to perform, and it's a production-based business, and I learned that very early on, and it's very, very competitive. I'm talking about the best of the best, obviously, you know, so training camps, you know, guys are out competing for jobs, and you know, you're dealing with guys that are 22 years old all the way up to 35 years old, 36, 37, 38, so, I mean, sometimes, I mean, there's grown men in the NFL. Sometimes, you know, when you're 22, you're still kind of a young man and you're coming out of college and stuff. So there was a lot to learn as far as about being a professional. Yeah, they got like 80 guys probably, and that roster gets cut down pretty much after each week and after each preseason game. I mean, they're cutting guys. I mean, I've had roommates in training camp get cut, and it's a sad feeling because, you know, you build relationships with these guys and they're your homeboys, and, you know, nobody wants to see their friends leave. And you know, next thing you know, like, you're telling somebody bye and good luck, and maybe I'll see you next time or see you later. And, you know, that's the hard part about the NFL. But at the end of the day, like, you're happy to still be alive. It's almost like the Hunger Games, you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, you want to be one of the last people standing. And, you know, it's a very, very cutthroat business.
I feel you, man. I feel you. If you're just joining us, I got my guy Keary Colbert on the phone.
We're going to go ahead and reminisce and talk about the hometown Oxnard in about 15 minutes. Sit tight. It's Big 3 Radio.